Okay, so it says I is the midpoint of BF and HD. So I have I being the midpoint of two things. So let's go ahead and be careful here. So BF is this side. No, actually, I think that's supposed to say BE. No, BF is okay. Sorry. So BF is right here, the red side. So I is the middle of that. And then I is also the middle of HD. All right, so HD is right here. Okay, so I is also the middle of HD. So I have two different things happening. I is the midpoint of the red side, which means that that is equal to that. So let's take care of that first. All right, also I didn't do this. Midpoint creates two equal parts. Doing things out of order here. Midpoint creates two equal parts. So the blue line and the red line are both cut into two equal parts because it says I is the midpoint of each one. You have to be very specific with midpoint and say what is it the middle of specifically. So I'm going to say that BI is congruent to FI because the sorry, I used to do this arrow thing. All right, I'm writing better English now. Because the midpoint creates two equal parts, two congruent parts. Two equal parts is fine. All right, and then it also tells me that that side is the same as that side. So HI is congruent to DI, and the same reason. All right, one of the things that'll happen in these proofs is occasionally you'll get to use the same reason for two statements in a row. When that happens, I don't need you to write the thing twice. Okay, you can just kind of draw an arrow and say, yeah, it uses the same statement as this one. Okay, you certainly can write out because midpoint creates two equal parts. Again, this only works when it comes one after the other. If you have a sentence and then three sentences and then the next sentence uses the same reason, you can't draw an arrow that stabs through everything. Okay, this is just something that's easy when there's two right after the other that use the same thing. Because old school proof writing, we would have just included these in the same step. But we don't do proofs that way anymore because it's just a bad idea and it doesn't actually get you to understand anything at all. All right, so we can do something like that.